I don't even have a full copy of the script. Didn't really feel like a big part of the movie because I was always kind of isolated in my dark little painting room. Initially, Mystique, you know, she's the poser. I mean, I was hired to be the poser in the movie, so, you know, it wasn't much of a stretch, and also sitting through hours and hours of hair and makeup, I've had to do that before. Mystique was originally the character that, you know, she morphs into other characters, so at the beginning of the scene, she's, ta-da, I'm Mystique, and then she morphs into somebody else who does all the action, and then, ta-da, I'm Mystique at the end, at the end of the scene. And Fox ended up really loving the image, and so they added a couple fight scenes, and it ended up kind of growing, I think, over the course of the film, of the production. Through 7 to 8 hours, excruciating hours of makeup every day. So, well, not every day, I was in and out of Toronto for the 4-month period that they were shooting the film, but it was really hard. My call times would be 1 to 3 a.m. for the most part.
I have
4 women who worked on me, and the 30. It was like 2/3 of my body covered in prosthetics, and then the rest prosthetic scales, like sheets of prosthetics, and then over 100 prosthetics in all. Okay. Very thin, and they move really well. I mean, they're so stretchy. But I don't feel naked once I have them all on, even though I guess I look fairly naked. And for a while, you know, because it's kind of cold outside right now, for a while I thought they'd keep me warm, but they don't. It's kind of like wearing wet clothes when I have them on. They kind of make me colder.
Is it itchy or uncomfortable?
No, I mean, it seals off my skin, but it's not uncomfortable at all. It's actually very, very comfortable. The rest was all airbrushed blue paint, which made me really sick to my stomach.
We started.
It actually wasn't the makeup application process that got to me after a while. It was the maintenance of it that was so horrible, because the pieces would shift and I'd get little halos of skin around the edges of my prosthetics, and so they were constantly re-airbrushing, you know, repainting my body, and so the maintenance really killed me. And plus I had to wear a wig and 2 pairs of contact lenses. It was the most mind-numbing process you could ever imagine. And I maintain that nobody without modeling experience could have handled it. I still have blue pores. Mutants that have evolved and they're using their powers for good, and there are those that have evolved and they're using their powers for bad.
The X.
Mystique, who's the shapeshifter, and I'm the martial arts fighter. And I morph into other characters in the movie, and I'm solid blue. Sit through 7 to 8 hours of makeup every day. It was like 2/3 of my body covered in prosthetics, and the rest was all airbrushed. When I first took this on, they told me it would take 10 hours.
6 hours.
You know those like silicone spiders that you throw against the wall and they slowly climb down the wall? That's what they feel like. We were doing night shoots, so it was down in the 30s. As soon as they would yell action, they would drop my coat, but you know, between takes, they kept me warm with hair dryers up my sleeves. That's how I survived those long nights. Those mutants that have evolved and they're using their powers for good, and there are those that evolved and they're using their powers for bad. Every character is the shapeshifter, and I'm the martial arts fighter. I morph into other characters in the movie, and I'm solid blue. It was like 2/3 of my body covered in prosthetics, and the rest was all airbrushed blue paint.